Hello everyone. Hi, welcome back to another episode of The Expanse reaction. This is Red Live, and my name is Matt. Okay, so last time on The Expanse, we had third episode of the third season, and Naomi does not get along with Christian of Azraella. I mean, makes sense, but yeah. So we actually got to see everyone interact with Christian on the Rosie crew. So we had that for a good chunk of the episode. We also had Zhu Piamao grow a heart and get attached to May and maybe possibly the other children as well. But through May, he learned what it is to be human again. And what I'm thinking might happen is that Strickland is gonna maybe contact Aaron Wright and tell him, hey, Jupiter is pussying out. And then Aaron Wright is gonna apply even more pressure from like his family side. So we'll see what happens there. But like it seems like Strickland really wants this project to keep going, and Jupiter Mao, who is the funding, he's just like, no, we're done. So we'll see where that goes. The Rosie crew is on its way to Io, apparently. I think they're still on their way to Io, and I guess Christian is coming alongside Gunny. So that's happening. And then on the Earth side of things, 2 million people died in Brazil. Sure. So, yeah, Earth, they discovered that there were this, like, strategically positioned Martian ships that were, like, we're all in position to like launch a strike on Earth, but everyone was like, yeah, they're not gonna do it because Mars is not stupid. But then Aaron Wright was like, let's kill them though. They could do it any second. They're gonna do it. They're fucking evil. We should just kill them all right away. So because fucking Esteban has like the angel who is Anna and the devil who is Aaron Wright just telling him shit all times, and he's just fucking indecisive and just makes bad choices. He decided to make the worst choice, which is kind of listen to one and kind of listen to the other. So he pussied out of striking at first, but then he was convinced to do it anyway. And because it did that, there was like a malfunction on the railguns or whatever, and one of the missiles, like one of the ships, managed to strike a counterattack in the fraction of a second before it got destroyed because of the malfunction. And there was a missile that didn't get intercepted in time, and like an entire city in Brazil just didn't disappear. It's just gone, and it's like 2 million people dead and counting. So and then motherfucking Aaron Wright was like, it's your fault. And he told him that not, I don't know if he told that to Esteban, but Esteban knew anyway. But he went and told that to Anna. And he was just like, he wavered out of his decision. If he had made the decision sooner, this wouldn't have happened. But hey, it's great that you're here though. It's like, fuck you, I want to kill you. But anyway, so that's what's happening on that side of the story. And yeah, I'm assuming things are about to escalate further because Marston just nuked an entire city and just killed 2 million people, which is, I counted previous episode. It's kind of a big number. It's like 7 times my city. So imagine your city, there's no one in there. Imagine 7 next cities. There's also no one in those cities. So that's the amount of people that just instantly died. So, yeah, things are escalating. We'll see where we go from here. And Holden is just refusing to help Christian on stopping this war. Because he's just done tilting on windmills, apparently. But it's like, motherfucker, at some point, you're going to have to care about these people dying. At some point, you're going to have to care about the plot, So that's where we're at. But yeah, anyway, I think we're ready. We're ready to start. I don't think there's anything else left to be said. Yeah, we're good. So yeah, The Expanse season 3 episode 4. Let's go. This is what we're doing. Okay, we're following her finally. She's the best. I love her. Yeah, so we ran out of fuel. It's just floating. I want to see the Nobu because it's this like weird religious chapel ship that is also as big as a city. Kinda, right?
We're running on empty. Yeah.
Come
Half the fleet is hunting our 2 new passengers and we're flying into a war zone. We need a resupply.
A Robin Graves.
I feel the same way, but what else can we do?
Okay.
Dead people don't need their stuff.
Oh shit, she got a new suit. Hell yeah.
I don't know how you can stand to wear that thing.
It's the skin of my enemy.
I guess that makes this the skin of my ex.
Haven't you watched that enough?
Amos, they're manufacturing these things.
Where did we get this from?
Twisting humans into monsters on purpose.
Well,
How could you do that to another person?
I suppose we took it from
I think you and I
that
have very
place we were
different
at.
childhoods.
Look, I needed to believe if that was May on the Hall. Helping a killer would be the worst thing that I could ever do. I don't know if that's true anymore.
Wait. Vibrations. There's someone here.
Someone's alive in here.
Okay.
They're stripping out dead and you're okay with this?
Nobody asked you.
Why are they setting up an emergency airlock?
Rescue operation. They might have found some survivors, and if we hadn't been stripping the dead, we wouldn't have.
Blister seal is good. We're pressurized.
A bunch of dead people did run out of air.
Are we too late?
Who's it? Some dude's alive.
I knew Mars wouldn't leave us behind.
Yeah, well, they kind of did. Well, this is weird now. Oh yeah, the politics side of the 2 million dead people. Well then.
I'm wondering, could this have been avoided?
Of course I am. What kind of person would want something like this?
Mars wanted it. They claimed we fired first over Ganymede, and it was their right. But this is what they've wanted for decades.
Shut the fuck up, devil.
The heartbreaking sorrow of our nearly 2 million dead. We are also at a singular moment in history. We have been confronted by the unknown in a way that is unprecedented.
They should focus more on the victims.
We must not shy away from this or pretend otherwise. Imagine wonders and terrors.
What if the speech was like changed at one point?
Arguments over faction and party must be set aside so that we can turn our attention to this most pressing mystery. And that, I must tell you, with the greatest sorrow, is the truth that Mars has turned away from. Given a chance to transcend our history, Mars has...
The speech was changed, wasn't it? She didn't write this. I'm looking at her face.
So they must be reminded. It is our duty, not as the government of Earth, but as the moral leaders of our species, to unify our factions. Together, move forward into this brave new chapter of history.
This guy's gonna do some bullshit. He's so upset about this whole situation.
No more medicine?
You don't need it anymore.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, he's gonna use this fucking kid.
So beautiful.
You certainly are.
Okay. This is a... Alright. That's a weird different mission. Yeah, other people did survive.
You know?
Everyone barely survived, apparently.
I wasn't worried. We don't leave our people behind.
Yeah, well, who's gonna tell him?
Officer on deck. Ensign Sinopoli. Sir, this is Ensign Loftus. The sleepyhead over here is Ensign Ranoff.
They still... this is gonna be rough.
We lost our command deck right away. It was cut clean off. The whole ship was flashing lights and alarms, and in 1 second, all the air was gone.
We were below. I didn't know what to do. I forgot every last bit of my training.
The lieutenant grabbed us one by one, shoved us into the compartment, and sealed it up.
Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah. Give us some time.
When are they gonna find out? I'm waiting for it.
You're out of uniform.
Yeah.
That's a Tachi jumpsuit. This is the Tachi.
You're James Holden.
Yeah.
So what? We're prisoners of war?
We're not part...
Because we're not in this war.
How does that work exactly?
You'll get food, medical attention, whatever you may need.
And
For now, you're confined to your quarters.
So we are prisoners.
You're alive. I didn't see a line of Martian ships coming to save you.
Which is actually no more than a justification for war and violence. It looks upon this terrible and miraculous moment, and they see it as an opportunity to revisit.
Ooh, you can see Anna.
At least those other two had the decency not to wear that uniform.
Excuse me? I earned the right to wear this long before you were ever born, Junior.
Well, guess you're all done then. The rest of us, loyalty is not a clock.
Look, I did my 20, son. I'm honorably discharged. I'm a civilian now.
We're at war. No one's a civilian now.
Okay, all right, kids, enough's enough. All right, settle down. I said settle down.
God damn it. What pieces of shit?
We're taking the ship.
Get the fuck back to work.
I need full access to the comms, so I can send this out to the people who can use it.
And they're gonna see Christian of Azorala here too.
I just saw the UN Secretary General address the General Assembly. The man's always been a fucking bobblehead.
Yes.
But tonight I saw something else. I saw Deputy Enright speaking through his mouth.
Yes.
And that man is not a fool.
I like that she can tell all this.
This is Anna Volvodov.
Yeah, good.
Back in their protester days, she was his conscience. She wrote the speech that created his political career. They share a lot of history. Anna is an outsider with direct access to Sorrento Gillis, and Enright doesn't own her. Let me send her this message. If she brings it to the Secretary General, it'll show him who his deputy really is. Please help me stop it.
You can't trust her.
And I can trust you?
Sorry.
Don't do anything stupid.
Good advice. The armory's down there. Go get as many guns as you can carry and get back up here.
Tell the ship that we have access.
I can't do that. The captain has the key to it. Until we get it, just let me know what you need me to do. But I need to bring my people over from the Kitta before I can do any maneuvers. Just let me call them and...
The KC's flying with us?
Yes. The drive was functional, and we wanted to get it away from the debris field while we worked on it.
Doesn't matter. It's junk. Cut it loose.
I can't abandon two of my crew. I know you understand that.
This is starting to feel a little bit ungrateful.
Gunny. I want Gunny to just take this guy out. Hold on. No ammo. Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Ugh. That's bad. Alright, we just murdered someone. Cool.
Go see if Randolph okay.
They got the
I think
message.
he's still alive. Didn't know where the ammo was.
Put it down.
You first.
Do what he says.
I just sent out the master alarm, which means you have between now and whenever my mechanic gets back.
You should believe him on that.
Or maybe I should just shoot this guy. Hey, fellas.
So what's all the ruckus?
Sergeant Gunnery Roberto Draper. What's up? Maybe you heard the name?
I'm gonna give you a pass because you're young and stupid. But keep pointing that thing at me and I'm gonna take it away from you.
You think you can?
That's recon gear. Lofty, she could force feed you that gun if she wanted to.
I prefer it didn't come to that.
The fact that I didn't shoot you in the head should prove to you we'd rather not kill you.
Another Martian wearing the uniform but playing for the other side.
Shut up! Are you trying to get us killed?
Not sure how else this goes!
Okay, I get it. I do.
She does,
All
actually.
your friends are dead and this feels like a way to honor them. It feels like you're doing your duty. You want to fight the enemy, I know. But I learned a while back that the hardest part of this game is figuring out who the enemy really is. And these guys aren't it.
Look, we tried. Okay, this shit, it didn't work. I don't want to die here.
So what then?
Put the fucking gun down and live to find out.
That's true. Please?
Shit. Did I miss it?
Well, alright. We talked it down.
Overwhelming public support.
Yeah, that was an older speech by Aaron Ray.
Anna.
No, you twisted my words. You made me part of everything that I hate about all of this.
That's not
fair. I can't believe I fell for this again. I am.
Again, yeah.
The world needs right now
You
is
don't get to
decisive.
speak to me. Not ever again. And
Good
you
shit.
didn't need to be his hand puppet.
Yes.
You could have been better than this. You should have been more than this. I used to believe that there was a decent man somewhere inside you, buried under all that ambition. I'm sorry I was so wrong.
Good job standing up for yourself. The problem is that now this guy is free to act in whichever way he pleases because he doesn't have a conscience anymore, which is Anna. Unless he grows a conscience, but I don't think he's able to.
It's nice to be working on something that's easy to repair.
Yeah. Some things don't get fixed.
There's someone I need you to meet.
Christian Abbasarella.
Your friend with the gun hurt my feelings.
You seem to be the most reasonable.
Uh-huh.
You're Christian Abbasarella,
Yes,
the UN Deputy Undersecretary.
this is going to be very tedious
Yes.
if you remain this dim. This war is a lie, started by people in my own government. Though Mars is not without some blame.
Why are you telling me this?
The only way it can be stopped is out here, away from the politicians. Yes, I'm aware of the irony.
I needed to find the real enemy before I could fight them. It's the only way I can do my duty, my true duty, to Mars.
Okay.
When you rejoin your fleet,
Send a
I have
message.
something I want you to show
The
your
Aaron Red
commanding
message.
officer. Tell him it came from me. Ask him to pass this along to Admiral Souther.
A UN admiral.
He is with the Third Fleet around Jupiter. Where you're headed, I believe.
Oh, wait, so you're letting me rejoin my fleet?
We're giving you the KC. It can already fly. Our people are getting it livable again. Or, you know, more livable.
Okay, so you want me to go back and tell my CO to hail a UN admiral in the middle of a war?
Yes, this is difficult, but
So far, all you've done is wound Alex's pride, which is nothing we can't forgive if you're willing to help us.
So what is this thing that you want me to show them?
the Aaron Red message.
Time is short and I'll be brief.
I'm more angry at myself than I...
She's talking to her wife.
I'm upset, but I need you to keep it together because I barely am.
No, Manishko, I'm sorry. So wrapped up in my own head, I haven't even asked you how you're doing.
People just died in the Amazon.
Yeah.
So of course nothing is really okay. And Nami's too young to understand, but she can tell that I'm scared. I don't want her to know this, that the world can be this bad, that I can't fix it for her.
This is topical.
I have no idea what the best thing is anymore.
Hey, my love.
I haven't changed anything. I just made it worse.
That can't be true.
You know, if I needed to be humbled, wouldn't having all my hair fall out have done it? This feels like overkill.
Believing that God is humbling you using a solar system-wide war feels ironic at the very least.
Okay, I love you. I'm coming home. You are the only thing that I know I'm doing right, and I need that right now.
This is worrying me a lot. I just don't know what to do with this. Yeah, the Aaron Wright message.
Time is short and I'll be brief. Martian Defense Minister Kurshinov suffered a fatal heart attack earlier this evening. And I can give the same order to end your life.
Whew. Okay. She got it. The message is out in 2 different ways. Maybe. Potentially.
I know those Martians were idiots, but I hope we didn't just kill those 3 kids.
Oh, no, Nami knows her shit. She says that boat's safe, it's safe. And we didn't lie to them. We just cut them loose because we thought they could save some lives. No other reason. I just hope they could do their part.
You just can't help yourself, can you?
Are you judging
Saving
him?
everyone. You just can't stop yourself. Thank you.
I'm glad you're okay.
Katoa is gonna murder everyone, isn't he?
What's going on here, my little friend?
I want to see Katoa. I haven't seen him for a while. He got sick. Is he okay?
I'll have to ask Dr. Strickland. Shh, no. Everything's fine.
No, it's fucking not.
I want to see Katoa. Katoa's in here.
Why do you say that?
I saw his nurse go in there.
And he's like, wait, what? Oh, he's been up to some shit. Oh, is Supremo gonna die here? Like, immediately after he regained a heart?
Strickland to me, now.
Sir, we were so close.
Kato is gonna be
up. Conscience abandoned the test when we were so far along.
Kato is just gonna... It's a rogue element.
Are essential.
Bandwidth and distance irrelevant. The limitations require input redundancy.
Taker.
Dr. Strickland? I'm sorry. It feels so weird. My hands. I didn't mean to.
He murdered someone, didn't he? Yeah, he absolutely did.
Disassembly reveals useful pathways.
The boy is talking to the rest of the protomolecule infestations. You are right to continue. He's the key to everything.
And he just immediately gave up. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Ah. Okay. Discussion. Let's go. God. Okay, so that is a way to end the fucking episode. I really love that. And I thought it was... Like, I started laughing at the end because, like, the entire time you're led to believe that this man, Jupiter Mao, he actually has a heart after all. And then he's like, holy shit, that's awesome. And it's like, yeah, okay. There it goes. Like, that hope is gone now. Not entirely. I think he might still care about May and shit. Like, if she were to be in danger in front of him, he would go like, I will protect this child. I will Mamoru this child. But until that, I feel like he's back into like, oh, that's awesome. The experiment was a success. We finally got results. That's awesome. We should keep doing this shit. Like, he did say, you were right to continue the experiment. You were right to continue the project. Like, fuck, god damn it. Like, characters keep flip-flopping, I feel like. I got the same feel with, like, Naomi here, because she's like, she keeps doing bad shit, and then she's actually being cool, and then she's not, and then she is, and it's like, okay, we need to fucking figure some shit out right here. Like, it feels, sometimes it feels like there are missing dialogues that or missing like descriptions or thoughts that you don't get in the show but were there in the novel, and that gives you like a smoother transition into whatever thing a character says or does. But sure, whatever. I don't care too much about that. I just wanted to mention it. But okay, so I'm going to start skimming through fucking that ending of episode. Like, as soon as the episode ended, I took a screenshot of that and I sent it to a friend, and I was like, Spence just decided to end an episode with this, and it's just fucking, like, it's so fucked. It's so fucked. Like, when I saw the bloodied hands and I realized that they weren't showing what was like underneath, like the camera shot was just his like top half of his body, I was like, oh, he murdered someone. But me thinking he murdered someone didn't prepare me for what actually happened, which is essentially, is not he murdered someone as much as it is the fact that he just disassembled the body because he kept like he's like analyzing this human body and he's like looking at specific things. He goes, disassembly reveals useful pathways. So he's like analyzing this entire body and he's just like, all right, so this shit worked for this is useful for that. And it's like, he's just grabbing the fingers, he's just grabbing the skin of the fingers that he ripped from the actual muscle hand with the skeleton. There's the brain right there. There's like the liver right there. All the guts are right there. There's like 3 different piles of guts. He also did the same shit with the fingers to the toes, to the left toe, to the left foot toe. The right one is still pretty intact. The leg is not. In that one, he actually like opened the leg in order to like analyze that shit. Of course, the cranium is just completely exposed. The spine is just completely exposed. It's so fucked. It's like I was not prepared for this shit, man. It was like too much. It was like legitimate. Oh yeah, the eyeballs too. The eyeballs are completely separate. It's just like whatever the fuck I was expecting. I was expecting him to kill everyone. But then when I saw that scene, I was expecting him to have murdered someone. But I was not expecting this. It's like too much. It's like cartoonishly too much. It's so fucked. It's so fucked. Shoutouts to the... What team would this be? It wouldn't be visual effects. It wouldn't be costume, because that's not a costume. That's just like it's just like a prop, really. It's just like a really awesomely detailed prop that looks pretty good. So shoutouts to whatever team came up with this body, because it looks awesome. Like, it just has the impact that it needs to have. That's so fucking cool. And then fucking Trooper Mao goes like, it's all connected. The boy is talking to the rest of the Protomolecule infestations. You were right to continue. He's the key to everything. And he's like smiling as he says it, like kind of. It's like, oh my fucking god, dude. Like he's just decided, yeah, you know what? Yeah, this is good. This is good. This shit right here, this is really good. May's gonna need some fucking therapy after that, because May walked into that room and then she was like, oh my god, and then she left. And I didn't get to register what the fuck she saw until like later. And then it's like, oh, May saw that. May is like a 9-year-old child and she saw that shit. She saw her like best friend / only friend completely blew Gouda alien up, just disassembling pieces of a body, just like grabbing a brain, grabbing a pair of eyeballs, grabbing fucking fingers. It's just like, what the fuck, right? May is gonna need some fucking I mean, to be fair, if we had a therapist in this fucking show, it would be the best character in the show, because I feel like literally every character here needs therapy, honestly. Like, that's the case with like a lot of drama shows, aren't they? A lot of drama shows, it's just like, man, you need to talk to someone about this. You really do. A lot of characters just don't do enough introspection, or just reaching out to like get shit fixed, which is like, I get it, because drama, that's the reason why you're watching this shit, right? But like, come on, man. Like every scene is just like a character that is like, man, you need to talk to someone about this. Okay. Let's skim through the episode and let's talk about things. Okay, so at the beginning we see Drummer going to the Naboo and they're retrieving the Naboo. All right, that's that. That was like 4 minutes of just that. So, yeah. At the beginning of the episode, we see that they are running low on supplies, so they need to go and salvage some ships that were left, that were destroyed in the war. Because the war is just happening, there's a lot of random destroyed shits out there. So they find a ship that it's pretty intact, not fully, but somewhat. So then they go, okay, this ship, we can, maybe the supply, whatever, the black boxes, whatever they called it, they're intact, so let's get in there and let's try to recover that. So they went in there and they started, all right, we're taking that shit, and then Holden feels a vibration, and I'm like, okay, it's an SOS message, and it's this one dude, and he's just like clanging the wall with like a wrench. hoping that someone would hear it / feel it. I guess feel it, because there's not really... Yeah, air's not traveling, so it wouldn't be a sound, I don't think. Maybe? Also, they're wearing suits or whatever. He feels the vibration, and they find them. So they set up, like, this airlock thing, and then they go in there. And, like, Gunny was even like, oh, so we're just fucking sacking this... like the deceased and the dead and whatever, and then she's like, wait, what's that? And it's like, well, we found that there were actual survivors and now we're gonna rescue them, which wouldn't have happened if we hadn't gone into the ship to try and get the shit. So then she just kind of shuts up. So we find 3 surviving Martian Marines. We find this dude that looks like reinforced from the Overwatch League, Jonathan Larson. We find this lady. She looked cool, and we find this other dude. And so the first dude and the lady, they were okay enough to be awake. The other dude was not. He was just out, right? He was just laying in bed. And they all got medical attention, and eventually they were... First of all, they were kind of friendly, and even they thought, oh, Mars came back to save us or whatever. After, like, 1 minute and a half of conversation, they were like, wait, you're not wearing uniforms. And they were like, wait, that's a... Oh. So then they got really jumpy, which makes sense. It's like, we're at war, so it's like, oh, we're prisoners of war now? It's like, no. Okay, so what happens now? And it's like, okay, so you'll get food, you'll get medical treatment, and you'll be locked to your quarters for the time being. So they go, oh, so we're prisoners then? And it's like, no, because we're not part of this war. And then it's that whole conversation, just like, whatever. Everyone just walks away. Alex decides to stay because it's like, I'm just going to keep them company, right? I'm going to look for them. I'm going to keep watch for them and look out for them, I suppose. So he stays there, and they're talking, and they're eating food, and it's Naomi food, which wasn't great, you know? Like, maybe if it had been Alex food, that situation would not have happened. But because it was Naomi food, it was Belter food, they were like, ugh. Whatever. So, then the conversation goes, like, they essentially start shit-talking Alex for, like, because they say at least they have the decency of not wearing the Marine uniform. And then he's like, hey, like, listen, like, I earned the right to earn this outfit. Yeah. I did my time. I did my 20 years. I'm a civilian now. I can do whatever I want. Like, I'm not a part of this war. And then they go like, you are a part of this war. There's no civilians here. Like, you are in either one side or the other. So that's the view. And then they just start, like, approaching him and just being like, we're gonna beat you to death now. To which point Alex goes like, hey, hold on. Like, and then he just gets jumpy. He points the gun at them. And then the third guy, the rogue element who was asleep, he was just faking to be asleep. And then he grabs the gun out of him, and then they just beat him. They just beat him up real good. For like a while. Like, all three of them were ganging up on him, just beating him as he was on the floor. So that was fucked. They already had the gun. They didn't need to do that. But whatever. They did it anyway. So then they use Alex as a hostage, and they decide, all right, we're taking over the ship, and we're sending a message to MCR, and whatever, right? So, Holden manages to take out the third guy. He didn't really get to do a lot, because he couldn't find the fucking ammo. And, like, he tried to shoot Holden, and then he was like, oh shit, no ammo, which is something they literally said 10 seconds ago. So then Holden realizes that and just rushes in, they start fighting, and I'm surprised Holden managed to take out that guy, because Holden, I mean, if you grab someone from behind and just choke him out, it's like, yeah, fair, but at the same time, he's not a soldier, and this guy was. Like, right? I'm misremembering that. Like, Holden is not a soldier, he's just some dude, right? He's just some dude who ran away, and now he's here chilling. Like, I'm trying to think what was established between his childhood to when he got to the Canterbury. I don't think he did time, did he? Maybe he did. Maybe he actually did. Yeah, maybe he actually did. He, like, joined the Navy or some shit, maybe. I don't remember. People will tell me. But whatever. So that happens. He managed to choke that guy out, and he didn't die. I thought he did, but he didn't. Because at the end of the episode, there were, like, all 3 of you. So, 3 of them survived. So that happened, and Amos didn't get the signal until like way too late. But Gunny came in clutch. She just walked in and she was like, "What's up? You know, what's up with the party here, boys? Like, I got here and whatever." So then she manages to talk down the lady Martian, because she's the one that's just freaking out the most. Holding as an automatic rifle too, so it's already like a standstill, right? But Gunny manages to calm down the situation, just talk everyone down, just being like, "Listen, I know what you're doing. I know how you're feeling. Like, I do get it. Like, your friends are dead. You feel like you want to honor them. You feel like you want to fight the enemy. The problem is that you don't know who the enemy is. Like, I thought I knew, but then I realized I didn't. And I can tell that you're going through the same again. These people are not your enemies. Like, they give you food, they give you medical attention, they weren't going to kill you, they didn't even want you to keep you as prisoners, they just didn't want to run around, I suppose. Like, it's fine. These people are not really your enemies. They're not trying to do anything bad to you. And they're just going to let you go, probably. Well, they didn't establish that until, like, the end. But, like, so, yeah, that happens. And, after that, she talks her down, and she just, all right, let's go off the gun. Good. Right? And then Amos just comes in with the fucking body of the third guy, and the floor just is like, shit, did I miss it? Like, I really wanted to be a part of this. Like, I wanted to fight the encounter. I'm Amos. That's what I do. So, yeah. Then we do the thing that I was kind of hoping wouldn't happen, or, well, I was hoping it wouldn't happen in like an action scenario, but it did happen in like a talking scenario, which was better, which is they just got the one Martian dude, and they said, "Hey, okay, so there's someone you need to talk to," and then Christian Officer just walks in, and he's like, "What the fuck is this ship?" Yeah, right? So, and then, okay, so then they tell him, essentially, all right, this war is fucking bullshit. It's a piece of shit. It's just a lie built by people in my government, and some people from Mars also had fault to blame, given, but there's some bullshit happening, and it's all just completely not real. It's all fucking bullshit, and I need you to, so we're just gonna let you go. You and your people, we're just gonna let you go, and you're gonna go to Jupiter or whatever, and rejoin your fleet, because we repaired your ship, by the way. Thanks for that. And you're gonna tell your commander to send this message to Admiral Souther in the Agatha King. So then the dude is like, you want me to go back to my MNCR commander and tell him to send a message to a UNN admiral? And she's like, yeah, actually, yeah, that's what I want you to do. Because the thing here is that we're not fighting this war between like Earth and Mars. I mean, we are, but not really. Because like Gunny said, what you need to learn to recognize is that recognize who the actual enemy is, and we're not it. We don't want this shit to happen as much as you don't want that shit to happen. You need to understand what is actually going on. So they just, and then he's like, all right, fair. What if I do what you tell me? What is this message you want me to send? And then they show him the message, which is the transmission that they retrieved from Aaron Wright on the ship that Jules Pierre Mao blew up. Well, Aaron Wright blew the Jules Pierre Mao ship. Yeah, there we go. But they managed to retrieve that message. It's kind of like a little bit glitchy, but it is, you can tell what's happening in that message. So they gave that message to the dude. The dude was like, all right, so that message is out on like one small group. On the other hand, so they see the 2 million people dead news. Then they also see the speech that Esteban is giving, and at the same time, Christian of Acerales sees in the audience, thanks to one really lucky camera shot, that Anna Volovodov is there, and she looks happy as all hell. So then Christian immediately intuits correctly, like, okay, so this shit that Esteban is saying, that did not come from Anna's mouth, that came from fucking Aaron Wright's mouth. That is Aaron Wright talking through him. That is Aaron Wright puppeting Esteban, because he's a fucking dumbass bullshit motherfucker. So he's being manipulated by Aaron Wright, who is the bad guy here. Anna is like an angel. She's like the best person ever. So what I need to do is to send this encrypted the message to Anna, and then I'm gonna need to trust Anna to show this to Esteban, so Esteban can fucking realize what is actually happening, right? So she manages to do that. And so, okay, here's the thing, is that, yeah, we had the speech. Let's talk about the speech. Can we talk about the speech? Yeah. So we had the speech, which is Esteban just... So the speech started as like an Anna speech. It was like, it talked about victims, it talked about standing united, whatever. But then it morphed into, alright, fuck those Martians though. And Anna was clearly unhappy about that. And I was like, she didn't write that shit. I was like, she didn't write that shit at all. So, and Aaron Wright looked pleased. So I was like, oh yeah, that's how that worked. So, cool. We see that. And then we also had a scene where Esteban and Aaron Wright are just like talking. And then Anna walks in and she's so fucking pissed. She's so fucking pissed. And I like that Anna is just like standing up for what she believes and for what she feels and everything. I love that Anna's doing that because she just walked in and she was like, you son of a fucking bitch, you twisted my words, that's not what I wrote, and you fucking tricked me. You fucking tricked me again. You fucked me again. Which I assume means that the previous time they interacted, the same thing happened, which is she wrote a speech, he read the speech, but then he used it for bad purposes. He might have twisted the speech the previous time. He definitely did this time. And now Anna feels the guilt because she did help write that speech that is going to be used for bad things that she does not support. So now she's just upset. She's just angry. She's just yelling at them. And even Aaron Wright tried to butt in for like a second. He's like, hold on a second. And she's like, don't you fucking talk to me. Just shut the fuck up. Okay? You don't get to talk to me. And I like that. I like that Anna is able to... Because here's the thing that I did not want. And I think that it happened anyway. On like a smaller scale, which is Anna guilts herself for the sequence of events. And given that could be a thing, like Anna could be guilting herself over things. I think she is to a degree. But she is able to tell, you are a dumb motherfucker, you're a piece of shit, you guys suck, I'm out, right? That's good. Because I would rather have that than Anna saying, oh, it's my fault and I feel like shit, right? I would rather have her lashing out into the two people that are actually at fault here and not her. Because like I know it's not her fault, but some people will beat themselves up for it. And Aaron Wright last episode set it up so she would beat herself up for it. After he told what he told her. So I thought it was gonna go that route, and I guess it is to a minor degree, but it's mostly just like, fuck you two. You two are the worst, right? So there you go. But the thing is that as she's just deciding to walk out, she's talking to her wife, and it like every time she's talking to her wife and just talking about Nami and like daughter or whatever, it's just like, this feels, again, like we're just setting up one of these people to die. They're just setting up either Anna to die or her whole family to die. And I'm just sitting here like, fuck. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because like that would make me really sad. That really would. Don't touch Anna, please. Anna's precious. Anna's love. Anna's life. But, so as she's just deciding I'm done, she gets a message from Christian of Azurala with the Aaron Wright video file, and then she's like, well, shit. So now we'll see what she does with that. Christian trusts that she will be able to do something. But here's the other thing, is that Anna basically told Esteban to go fuck himself. I am afraid that Anna will go back to Esteban, and Esteban will be like, you told me to go fuck myself. What are you doing here now? Like, Esteban will actually just shut down from Anna because he's too hurt. And he'll just go like, okay, I'm just not going to listen to you anymore. I'm just going to listen to my good buddy here, Aaron Wright. He's the best. He's the man. He came with me for a few drinks when I needed it the most after I got heartbroken by you, such fucking bitch. You left me and took the kid. You know, that shit. So, I'm afraid that that's how it's going to go because Esteban is a dumbass motherfucker. Yeah. Okay, what else? Oh, yeah. Fucking droop your mouth shit. Like, I talked about a little bit about it at the beginning, but it's like, oh my fucking god, dude. Like, come on. Like, I thought he might become a good person. Like, not fully, but to a little bit. A little degree, a small degree. And then, at the end of the episode, he just is this completely disassembled body. Just all the guts and all the muscles and the entire skeleton and the brain and the eyeballs, every single organ, every single limb, everything. It's just ripped open. It's just a fucking pool of everything on the floor. And Jupiter sees that shit and he's like, oh, that's awesome. Dude, we did it. You were right to keep fucking torturing the children. And that person that died there, that's inconsequential to me. That body, I don't give a shit for because we found the answer. Dude, we did it. God damn it. Like, it's like, come on, dude. For a second I thought you might become a good character. And then he just decided, nah, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna keep going the same way I was going. Like, He was going a hard right, and then he was like, wait a second. Maybe if I'm good. I'm cool, man. I'm cool. I know that tells where his priorities are, which is essentially if he can discover like the future of like mankind or what the progress, you know, he's like we strive for progress, understanding the protomolecule, growing to be better, whatever. He cares more about that than he cares about life, which is, I think it's an oxymoron, isn't it? Like, caring about the progress in order to betterment life instead of caring about life. Isn't that an oxymoron? Isn't that fucking stupid? Because because clearly the thing that he cares about is not the betterment of life because of progress. It's just the idea of, dude, we figure that shit out. You know, that's what he cares about. It's the scientist mentality. You know. So there you go. That's where he's at, I suppose. Sure. We'll see what happens next episode with the Katua shit. Are we gonna get to Ayo? Are we gonna get to see what those three Martians do with the message? Maybe we won't follow them at all. Maybe it'll just come back at one point in the future. Maybe it'll come next episode right away. Like, what's gonna happen with the Army of Solar shit? What's gonna happen with Anna? Like, we'll see. Alright, so a lot of shit is happening all at once. We'll see where we go with there. And like, there was a moment where Naomi's just like, you can't help yourself. You have to save people. And it's like, I feel like you all are making the whole situation and every action that Holden takes more novel than it actually is. Because I feel like the things that he's doing are completely reasonable. And some people are praising him for it. And it's like, I don't know if doing the, like, what you're expected to do makes you worth of praise. Like, I feel like Holden is like making bad choices and bad decisions, and then at the last second he just decides, you know what, I'm actually gonna do the thing that I was supposed to do, and people go like, wow, you're such an amazing person for that. And I'm like, you should have done that like right away. Like, why were you hesitating? I know why you were hesitating, but it doesn't make you like an amazing, honorable, noble person because of that. because you ended up deciding to make the correct choice. I appreciate that you did, don't get me wrong, but I feel like people are overly praising him sometimes for it. Like Naomi was here. She was like, you can't help saving people, Holden. And it's like, I feel like you should have done that like right away, previous episode already. Like we're like, I don't know, 50 minutes like past the time where you should have done that, but whatever. Moving on. Sure. All right. So, and yeah, that's how I feel sometimes about that. Not often, but sometimes. But okay, I think that was it for this episode of The Expanse. I feel like we covered a bunch of shit. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this. See you next episode. Alright everyone, thank you for watching this The Expanse reaction episode. If you would like to see next one, it should already be up on Patreon, as well as full length. Check out the links in the description, and I'll see you next time, okay? Take care everyone. Bye.